Oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear both of
everybody.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
maybe reboot real quick, or tell him. Can you tell him to have him reboot real quick?
Orlando, you might need to jump
Yeah.
back in. Yeah.
I don't know. Can
Okay,
y'all hear
good.
me?
I can hear you, but you can't
Yeah.
hear us, so you might want to drop out and come back in.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it's just crunk you can't
Cool.
hear though. Try drop out and come back in though.
All right, bet.
Hey, we are live. We out here. We out here. We out here. I am Gronk, Sharpie, Tarek, putting down, Time Bomb. Lando will be popping up somewhere, and then all of our spaces will be changing. All right, and then there's Lando. We out here. We're Shades of Blue. This is the Lit Stream. I mean, how's it going, Show Bros? I mean, it's been a few times. We haven't been all together at once for a while. We've kind of just been scattered.
We're like the club we love. We just all trying to get fit. Everybody's trying to get back right. But it's
We
great
went
to see
off
y'all.
on we had to go off on international duty, and then we might have been a little bit fatigued upon international duty, so we had to come back to the club as soon as possible. So I feel like we formed back up like Voltron though, so ain't no problems over here.
Yeah.
Did you say all that and pop something? What are you drinking in there? Is that Coke? Coca-Cola soda?
This
is
is a cranberry
Ooh, that's the good
ginger
stuff.
ale.
The good
Oh
stuff.
yes. Oh yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wait.
Ginger
We
ale.
doing ginger ale? We talking ginger ale?
Hey.
Oh, bold like
Ginger ale, that's what I'm
game.
talking about.
Bold game. Okay. What we on? Like, let's get it.
For our
Ginger
listeners-
season.
For our
So
listeners,
far we have Celsius,
ginger ale.
Yeah.
Ginger
We gotta
ale
get
is
lit off
both
other stuff.
a refreshing drink, but it is also effectively medicine in our community.
Yes.
I feel better every time
This
I
is
drink
us
it.
just making
Every
sure
single
that
time.
some people, you get a flu shot. Some people they take vitamins. Other people, we just drink ginger ale because we know it's going to take care of anything and everything. It's how it works.
Undefeated in the Black community. Undefeated. Never
And
lost.
somebody get Canada Dry to get us that deal.
See, I want to know. I want to know more about what the medicinal properties of ginger ale are thought of in other parts of the diaspora. Maybe that's just. I mean, is that just a specifically Black American thing? Is that like a black Western Hemisphere thing? Is that a universal Black thing? Like, I would want to know that.
I can assure you here in the Latin community, we strongly believe in the powers of ginger ale. We also strongly believe in the powers of Vicks Vapor Rub.
I was going to say Vicks.
Oh wait,
Vicks, Papa. We put that shit on everything when we sip. So Canada Dry is a thing. Best believe it. We thought about copping it last week when we copped soup. But ain't none of us with a tos, which is a cough in Spanish. So we don't got that tos yet. So we actually kind of good on Canada Dry. But yes, the power is strong with us with Canada Dry, my guy.
If you are watching from FanFest Live, what's up? We appreciate you. If you're watching from YouTube, hi, hello, we appreciate you. If you're watching from Twitter, hi, hello, we appreciate you. Shout out to the people who watched the replay. Y'all are the real MVPs. It does makes my heart a swell knowing that we have replay value. I mean, well, I know it, but it's good to see other people's fucking with us. Where should we start? Let's do this. Our fantastic guests. Our first guest will be Josh Buckley of Whole Lot of Wolves. He was one of my first guests when I did Represent a couple seasons ago and had his show bro on, actually. And then I think this last summer I had him on, if I believe correctly. But time is always my worst enemy when it comes to remembering stuff. Good people, and then Blue hopped on all her nonsense, so I'm excited to bring her on. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun for real. And then the homie Dean from Shirtless, Plantain Show, will be with us finishing out the episode. Should we, because I think we should start with this Garrett Taylor stuff.
Okay. Before we go there, I want to go to something else that happened in WOSO this week that really had some people in their feelings this week. So first of all, I want to say congrats to the Bats. Gotham
Yes.
FC did win the NWSL championship this past weekend. Outstanding performance by Midge Purse. Had both assists on both of the goals. Just like it was literally, that match was like watching Rose Lavelle and Midge Purse. Like, oh,
Go.
you gonna do that? Well, watch me do this. You gonna do that? Well, watch me do this. Like that was just the whole match. So the game-winning goal scorer Esther is also a World Cup champion. She won with Spain. She recently was interviewed, and she stated that every NWSL game is equivalent to playing a UEFA Champions League match for the women, like just because of the parity. And let me tell you that had Woso in their feelings. First of all, like the first thing that you have to understand about like Spanish Woso is that most of them are Barca fans, and so they already don't like Esther because she came from Real Madrid. So they think that she's all on that bullshit. Secondly, WSL wanted to pop up and was like, "How dare you not respect us and how good we are and this, that, and the other." And it's like, and then of course the comeback was like, "And y'all have last won a Champions League win, Arsenal 2008." Got it. Okay, cool. So like that, just like Monday, that had everything in a Twitter war. Again, I will tell. Just like I told my two sisters in the house today, comparison is the thief of joy in all ways. And so we should just be enjoying the football that we are able to watch, as opposed to trying to compare what league does what, which that will actually transition into what you want to talk about, correct?
Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, our episode this weekend is basically all Baby Blue Baddies / mailbag, which means we have plenty of time to get to it. I just didn't know if we would have anything to start off with. So I just figured I could toss that in, get things a little like hot and spicy in here before we brought Josh in and talk about Wolves. But
Got you.
thing, and I appreciate you talking about that, because honestly, I saw the general talk about the women's leagues and people comparing it to. I had no idea what was going on, and I was not delving into it. I wanted nothing to do with it. So I'm happy I've been able to get caught up with you, because I appreciate that. It just seems crazy, and like you said, why are we comparing it? And especially because it's like you're taking each other down, and at this state, the league, all the leagues.
Who's tearing who down? I mean, she's just stating her opinion based on.
No, I don't
I'm a
mean
player.
Her.
As a player, this is what I see. This is how I feel. Right?
I'm the fans.
So from a fan's perspective, why are you getting a bit out of shape about what a player is saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As a fan, I might complain about other fans. I'm gonna say something about in a little bit about United fans, but I'm not gonna say anything about a player, because I'm not in there. I'm not walking in their shoes, so that don't make no sense to me. But I did see the comments. I didn't know all the context, so thank you for filling that in. Mm-hmm. I kind of tuned out when we had all the conversation about the other player that used to play for the women's national team. I think she might have wore a 10. I don't know, but I quit listening. I kind of tuned out on women's soccer for a minute because I was tired of hearing about her and her comments. So it is what it is.
What I want to just add though is that like, I respect what Esther said, because she literally has done it all in 1 year. Like, she has seen every level of competitive soccer, the highest levels. And if this woman is telling you, I came to this league on a transfer, right? She didn't even start the league with Gotham, right? Did she come after the World Cup? You literally just left the World Cup and you are saying like, oh, no. We are up. Like, this league is that. It is just as good as what we do in Europe. And if anything, that's why we need a Women's Club World Cup, so we can really get it popping over here. So you can see your Gotham FC take on your Chelsea, take on your, Barca. Like, we really need that popping. I think that's what's in the works, hopefully. But Esther knows. She is the one who could tell us about the world's football and all of world's women's soccer. So shout out to her for being honest and not just relying on like Europe's better than everybody. It's like, no. they got some heat over here in the States, and we
it
do because
doesn't
you got
mean
everybody playing. Yeah,
and it doesn't mean that it's without blame or without fault or it's perfect, right? There's still many areas where it can improve, particularly in what them people getting paid. They're not getting them checks like they supposed to, right? So there's room for expansion. There's enough players that don't have places to play, or are kind of washed out the league too soon. But, there's plenty of things that we could say about the league that, from my perspective, we could improve on. But I'm not going to tell no player that you're wrong on your opinion about what you are experiencing. That just doesn't seem like a very smart move, in my opinion.
Can I simply just add in? Yes. I'd like to propose a toast. Oscar Bob scored his first goal for Norway today.
Let's go,
Big Bob.
Let's go,
him.
Big little Bob.
Did yes.
It's the lit stream. Shout out to Bob, one of my favorite players. I'm trying to do the Bob currently, but I'm not very good at it. He's a little bit more drippier than me, but I'm a fan.
So
not to change subject.
No, I love a change subject because I'm about to change the subject again. I'm about to welcome in our guest from Whole Lot of Wolves. I am excited to talk to him about Wolves teams, specifically the silly rumor of Ayet Nouri to Liverpool. I want to talk about the fact that Hwang hasn't done nothing since they tried to pick a fight with Big Bad Pep. I want to talk about how you guys can lose to Sheffield, but somehow beat Tottenham. I don't know. The team just confuses me. So many questions. Shout out. What's up, Joshua Buckley from Whole Lot of Wolves?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Chilling, Josh.
Good, man.
See
Glad
you,
to have you.
So, can you please just give a little synopsis of your show?
Yeah, so our show is Whole Lot of Wolves. It's the only U.S.-based Wolves podcast that's out there. And we like to have a lot of fun. We give the American perspective. We're also friendly to people that are just getting into soccer for the first time, or just brand new Wolves fans. And we even have a popular segment called No Stupid Questions, where we could have anything from, hey, what should the lineup be next week, to who do you think is the best cook on the team? So we like to have some fun stuff with that.
Yeah, I like that. No,
that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
So what's the answer to the last question though?
Ooh, so Hwang was a pretty popular one just because of the Koreanness and the Korean food. I said Craig Dawson. I think he is a sneaky good cook. But my co-host Paul LePage thought I was crazy, and he said Craig Dawson would be the worst cook. He kind of thought he was more of a divorced dad SpaghettiOs type guy.
No, not to say that I did my homework here, but that recency bias towards Hwang's a little bit. I want to call that out. You all had some social media posts that was kind of dope. That you all had, I think, some sort of tournament as a team in South Korea, and you all he brought the team to the restaurant, and it's actually owned by his parents. Is that not right?
Well, they were going to go to Korea this last summer, but that got canceled. I think he has, brought some of the players to have Korean food. I know his mom lives with him in Wolverhampton, so he probably invites them over pretty often. In fact, there's some cool videos of him going to the shop and just buying a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what is your favorite thing about Wolves fans? And this is a lit stream, so don't say something cute like, we just all get along, because I'm going to boo you.
So about fans in general, it's interesting because we have the UK fans, and all those Wolverhampton people all grew up over there. It's like ingrained. And they cannot understand why anybody in the United States would want to root for Wolves. It's like mind-blowing to them. And we all have a lot of different reasons. Mine has to do with the sweet prince right here, Mr. Adama Traore, once he signed with Wolves because he was a FIFA god. But, it's pretty friendly. I think a lot of the Wolverhampton natives just realize that if they want to be a bigger club, they have to accept us US guys. And we have a lot of fun. That's not to say there's not meltdowns on Twitter, just by Wolves Twitter in general, especially when you lose to Sheffield United on the final kick of the game.
I mean, understandable.
I was thinking Adama Traore for the best cook, but then I had to question. He only cooks against us on occasion.
No, he cooked against Tottenham too. Tottenham
okay.
Yeah. You know where the baby oil started was because Spurs kept grabbing his arm and dislocating it. It like happened 2 straight games, so that's when he started doing the baby oil.
Baby oil arms?
Yeah. But we're playing Fulham in the next game, which is both him and Raul Jimenez are both on that squad. So it's a little sad for us Wolves fans, especially those of us that are pretty new, because that was when I was starting to get on, was the Adama Raul connection year.
Yeah. So Josh, I was gonna say, so with these former players that are no longer on the team, when the whistle blows, how are you rooting for them, or not rooting for them because again you want your team to win? Are you booing? Obviously you're not in stadium, but how do you feel about them?
Yeah, so those two definitely won't be booed. Wolves fans definitely appreciate a lot of people that come to the club and do a good job. Raul, I mean, he nearly died on the field for Wolves and came back from that. Adama is very popular in the community. Basically, if you perform well at Wolves and then you leave on good terms, you're not going to get booed. If you're Matheus Nunes and his big ass ears, we're going to boo the shit out of y'all.
Tell me how you really feel about
man, that goofy son of a bitch. Thanks for
I deeply respect that.
You guys helped us out tremendously. Like half of us hated him, but we had to like him.
I deeply respect this.
Yeah, I mean, when they were saying, "Oh, Man City got Wolves' best player," it was like, no, he's like our 5th best player, maybe most talented, maybe. But I think the price tag was just, Pep saw a highlight reel and like gave him a chubby or something. I don't know. And so that resulted in the big price tag.
Joshua, you had mentioned that City helped you out so much in regards to that transfer. Could you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, so we were in big trouble financial-wise and heading into, the end of the transfer window. We were told we can't even sign anybody on a free. That's how bad it was. Well, they came in and paid us a bunch for Nunes. Not only did we then turn around and get Bellegarde, and we got Santiago Bueno, who we're not really sure about. But y'all sent us Tommy Doyle on loan with a 10 million pound option to buy, and he hasn't broken into the starting role yet. But when he's come off the bench, especially when we're chasing a goal, he's been very impactful. So we're really excited about him.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And plus, we also view Nunes in the starting lineup against you guys earlier this year absolutely helped carry us to a win because we got him so flustered they had to pull him at halftime.
Yeah, that was probably Pep's worst decision of the season.
Certain.
I don't know why you would put player who was just transferred right before the deadline against former club on the road. Like, it was such a Pep
acrimoniously.
Yeah. But that's the thing. If he would have left, good terms, we would have just been like, well, it was a bust. But I mean, dude went on strike, so yeah, he's always going to be booed from here until eternity. He's probably more disliked than Grealish down in Wolverhampton right now, and that's saying something.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
Tarek, I think
you would think. Something. No, I was gonna say you would think Pep would remember when Sterling first transferred and how we kept trying to play him at Liverpool.
Sterling
he just could not perform. Yeah. And like I said, I think when me and Crunk were recording the other night, I was like, we wanted that man to perform, he couldn't. And so it's just you would think, hey, maybe this isn't the best time to kind of throw him into the deep end, but hey, we live and we learn. We'll see if he can get something out of him.
I think, Josh, the people you have to blame first is Paqueta. Like, you got to blame him and his gambling thing because Nunes was not our number one option. We had it wrapped up with West Ham. Then that investigation happens, and we still haven't heard anything about it. Interestingly enough, it just happens right before City wanted the player. And then secondly, you got to blame Calvin Phillips, right? Because if Calvin Phillips was who we wanted him to be, I've come all the way around on this now. It is what it is. If he was who we wanted him to be, then we would have never went out for another midfielder. We just tried to get one.
Wow. I'm not sure I know who you are.
What is happening?
I have to. Life is life, man. Like, this is 33. I got to call it how I see it. The man is mid to Pep. He's mid in our system. We want it better. So,
again, I want to be consistent on 2 weeks straight here on the Calvin Phillips conversation. Quality player for our team. I talk up our players. The value drops with every word Charlie speaks right now. And I'm simply saying for you, for Wolves, for anyone who needs him, 14 million, my friend. 14 million.
He's going to
you
Juve.
Cheap, my friend. 14 million.
He's going to Juve for the
who
loan.
thinks? Okay, maybe on loan. I said they don't have no money.
Loan. McKinney, Weah, they're gonna be squabbling. Like, it's gonna be beautiful when he gets there. Like, they already got the vibes, right? So, I love Calvin, but Calvin is part of the reason why we had to get him.
He goes to Juve. He's gonna be playing at right. Was it the outside back or wing back? Because that's where they be playing all the U.S. players. They're playing at wing back. They're not even playing in the midfield.
Hey, they make it work, okay? The top two in Serie A, Mad Max got something cooking over there. I'll give him that. That's for sure.
I mean, I think all of us could get together and we'd finish top 5 in Syria, right?
Ooh, that's so disrespectful. Oh my god.
Syria. Am I wrong?
I call it
Syria.
Yeah, I'm not.
I love Serie A. My God, those late 3:30 kickoffs.
Yeah, you just shit on a lot of clubs there, but you partly.
I love it. This is a lit stream. This is what I wasn't expecting Josh to come out this heavy.
Josh is on fire tonight. I love it.
Enjoying this late night, Josh.
Yeah,
I got a question for Joshua.
Yeah, what's up?
Gary O'Neil, over or under 2.5 years before you lose him to a major club?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, under. And honestly, the club we might lose him to is England.
The fuck out of here. Really?
I tell you what,
are you recording that? You're breaking something right here on the Liddy stream.
Yeah, Wolves have been very smart because they've gotten him out in front of the camera, and the more he talks in front of cameras, you realize really how brilliant the guy is, and you're getting to see more behind-the-scenes videos and seeing just how the players respect him. And then he threw shade Lopetegui's way this last week and was like, yeah, I came in, I thought this was going to be a hard job, but boy, we got good players. We're ahead of the curve. So he's very well liked. What helps is he does view Wolves as a big club.
Mm-hmm.
You can debate that how you will. However, if somebody swooped in with a boatload of money, Wolves can't match it. If England swooped in, he's obviously going to take it. So he's great. Hopefully, we'll get him for 2 seasons, but I would be surprised if he's here longer than that.
Because Southgate said he's done after the Euros, correct?
Right, and I think Graham Potter's kind of
he's probably waiting. That's why he's chilling. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But I mean, look, if it wasn't for VAR, Wolves would be 6th in the standings right now. We got screwed against Manchester United, even getting a nice little, apology letter. Luton Town, they admitted was wrong. We should have beat Newcastle on that penalty was crap. Even Sheffield United, that last penalty was crap that they called. And so, yeah, we'd be 6th in the and where would Gary O'Neil be then?
I mean, you sound like Arsenal.
Yeah,
like Newcastle.
Well, here's the thing though. I'm not like Liverpool's whiny little brats because they're like, oh well, just give us 3 points and we'll call it a day. Man, go fuck yourself. You're not gonna give me 3 points just because VAR screwed. I was like, if we got points for VAR hosing us, man, you guys better watch out. We're coming for you at the top of the table.
Yeah, no, those stats are crazy. I have seen those. Like teams that are most affected by VAR, Wolves are always.
We get shit on a lot.
Yeah.
We joke. It's like
it's the orange.
VAR stuff. It's badge check time. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, so you have Fulham. That's a tough match. Then you have Arsenal. That's a real tough one. But at least you got something easy after that. You got Burnley. So,
I mean, look, guys, is it really easy? I mean, we just beat Spurs and tied Newcastle right after with losing to Sheffield in the middle there. We don't know. This team plays down to its competition. It would not shock me if we drew Fulham, beat Arsenal, and then lost to Burnley and Forest. That's just kind of what it is as a Wolf. You know, I mean, it's been that way since we came up. We play great against you guys, unless Kevin De Bruyne scores, 4 goals in 5 seconds. But
that's true.
You know,
our wonder free kick.
Yeah. But I mean, we've gotten 3 wins against you guys, which have been surprising. So.
Is it a function? Is Wolves' success this season? I'm just like looking at past results. It looks like a lot of those results came at home, and like playing away from Molineux seems to be a big issue because like we saw personally how big the Molineux can be, and in fact, affecting a player.
Yeah, it really can. Molineux has stepped it up, which is funny because last year you could argue we were better on the road than we were at home. It's almost just we got a lot of young kids, and so sometimes it's a little hard to get them to be motivated for a Sheffield United because they look at the table and go, "Oh, well, we should be able to just walk on the field and beat these guys." Wolves definitely play best, even if it's on the road when they're heavy underdogs, because they take it personally. And they got a scrappy bunch, which is why it's fun being a Wolves fan again this year. Yeah, a little scrappy bunch. That said, do I think we're going to go into, Man City later this year and beat you guys? No. Well, number one, Rodri will be back, so that'll make a difference. But, at least we can take solace in knowing Pep hates playing against us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. That's true.
All right. High compliment.
Before we get you out of here, please plug your show and how people can watch and see what you guys do.
Yeah, so we're a Whole Lot of Wolves, Lotta. You can find us on any streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, and you can find us on Twitter at WLWpod. And like I said, we do a segment called No Stupid Questions. You can get on there, come up with something fun. We've had, what Halloween costume would each player dress as, who would win a game of hide and seek. So we like to have a good time. I'm always drinking whiskey, so the show goes. And usually by the end of the show, because, my whiskey is like that much whiskey. So usually it's jumping off the rails at the end. Paul, who's from Wolverhampton, probably wonders why he wanted to bring an American on at some point, because I'm like you guys, I'm an American that loves soccer, so we have hot takes. So yeah, a Whole Lot of Wolves. Check it out, guys. We love any new subscribers, and love to hear from you guys online.
All right, well, Hobie, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
All right. Yeah, good night to everybody but Matheus Nunes. Go fuck that guy.
There we go. That's how you end it.
Right.
Hold on. Before we
again, I deeply respect it. Deeply respect it.
So Lando, you told us that Oscar Bob scored. You didn't tell me that Erling Haaland got an ankle knock.
Well, I don't want to talk about that. I just moved past that.
Sir, you I try to bring you good news, sir.
Right.
The bad news, I hope that you can do.
You made me pay attention to Norway, and then when I did, I got bad news, my guy.
Well, it's at this point, but
was it 9 days?
We got time. Pause it. Calma.
Okay. You know what he needs? Some ginger ale.
Put some Vicks on the ankle. Drink some ginger ale.
I'll say Vicks or Vaseline is going to take care of it. It'll be right. That's really the secret why our players get back so quick. That's why our players get back.
This is the most diasporic conversation we've ever had in Shades of Blue history. I'm so happy. And also, I just want to say this. As the nerd history teacher, I literally taught the transatlantic slave trade and talked about how so many slaves went to the Caribbean and South America. And so it really is coming full circle for me. So this is a beautiful moment. This is great.
It's facts, bro. Like I try to tell anyone out there who's willing to listen. I have Dominicans that have hair as more furrier than anyone you can imagine. I also have a mother that looks like she's white. It's a blending of cultures, bro. La verdad, it's the truth. It's just how it is. It's a beautiful thing, in my humble opinion.
No, I love it, and I mean, it's half the reason why our show's called Shades of Blue. I love my entendres. All right, it's time to come on. I didn't know where she went. She went off the side of the screen. I got a little worried about her for a second. It's time to bring in our next guest. The most dope homie. I'm excited that we have been able to befriend her. In my Twitter life, her tweets and stuff would always pop up on my algorithm. And through this new page, we've been able to connect with her. And we have a show called The Lit Stream. How could we not have Blue on? Miss Clit Dempsey herself. I want her to say the tweet. I know the tweet of, because we call our fans Shady Gang, which I think that at times is like, it can be controversial. This one went out and said her supporters' names, and that's just like way out there, and I loved it all in one. Hi, hello, Clit Dempsey, aka Blue. How you doing, girl?
I am good. I'm glad to be here. I was taking notes while y'all was all talking shit. Making them little things.
Good.
Yeah, I got notes. We'll circle back to that. Good. Yeah, I'm saying. But I'm happy to be here. So my name is Blue, but I go by Clit Dempsey, aka Gal Tester Barbie, and my followers are called the Clitty Cats.
Yo, when I put two and two together when he was introducing her, no lie, because I saw the fucking shit came on my algorithm and I liked it immediately. And when there was a homie, please elaborate on one of the dudes that commented on it, because somebody commented and she retweeted this man and said, "You're welcome."
Which one?
Whoa. Which one?
Which one? Someone said something, so I did Photoshop a picture of my head on Clit Dempsey's body.
That was good.
Because why not? And my favorite thing is, on his birthday, sometimes people accidentally tag me.
That typo, that N is dangerous, bro. You forget that N and it goes far left, way left.
It's amazing. It's great. I mean, but that's a great introduction, because I feel like it's all encompassing of why I watch football in the first place. And even though I'm a Manchester United fan, I'm here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to push the homoerotic agenda in the sport.
There we go.
So that's why I'm watching.
Yes, and that is why I personally follow you.
That's why. That is why. Actually, so I watched my first football game ever before the World Cup last year. Never watched before.
Whoa.
But I picked my team based off of who's the cutest, their zodiac signs, whose uniforms were the cutest.
This is incredible.
What their fans look like. So I Googled a bunch of pictures of their fans to see if they had like the it factor.
Yeah.
Which player was it that you looked at for United? Which player were you looking at and said, "Oh, he's cute"? That reached the scale. I'm gonna pick United.
That's a great question.
I mean,
well, Marcus Rashford is also a Scorpio.
I knew it was a Scorpio. I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Marcus Rashford is a Scorpio. So.
What were your final 14?
Okay, so boom, I had to actually jot it down. And well, no. We don't discriminate. We don't. Even the refs. Arteta back in the day, he was nice looking. Let me see. I have it pulled up. So I would say my top 4 sexiest players. Oh, that's so rough.
Well, I just like based on your list on when you
Damn.
were picking teams, right? Because you picked United based on like this little algorithm.
When I was picking the teams, okay, so from United it was Marcus Rashford, obviously, because just love him. Him all together. And then it was damn, I can't think of his name. That one guy with the long hair from the Wolves.
Adama Traore.
That is it?
Yeah, with the braids.
It might be.
Big
Might be. Let me pull up the actual list so that I'm not waffling.
This might be the Adama episode.
It
is the Adama episode. I personally have no problems with
it.
Baby oil is coming back.
So it was Haji Wright. Because this is the World Cup. So Haji Wright was one of the ones I watched. But there was no way I was going to support a Bundesliga team as like my main club. So that was a no-go. Definitely Nuno Mendes for PSG. Super sexy. But PSG had a lot of going on over there, some of the allegations and stuff. Even though I chose Manslaughter United, so I can't say much about allegations.
I respect that.
We just go to a prison cell and we just be picking people, but it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, that's why I started watching. And over time, I ended up learning the entire game.
I just want to shout out Blue's delivery because that is A1 where you can just say that and keep talking because that really stings. And she just kept moving like, Manslaughter United. I was like, wait, what?
I really just, I kept moving. Specifically, people think I be making this shit up, right? I'm not making it up. I'm not making up the homoerotic undertones, right? I don't know if you can see this. But look, wait, where's the camera? Boom, you see this? This is from the World Cup.
I remember that.
Look at how he's looking in his eyes. You've never had a bitch look at you like that before in your life. Look at the intimate. Look at that. Come on, right? Come on. Tell me that's not like. Let's be somebody who looks at you the way Giroud looks at him. Let's be real serious. Here's Casemiro wiping Neymar's nose for him. So tender. Yeah, look at that. I'm just gonna wipe your nose. It's okay, bro. I got you. Are you okay? And my favorite moment.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Yes.
No, go ahead. I please.
Oh, my favorite moment. Is when Hakimi and Mbappe shirts, right? But the moment that they didn't focus on TV, they would want you to admit. What I caught was this moment when they embrace each other, and you see his little dick print. It's great. Look at that. Look at how tender that is. That's why we're watching. That's why we're here. That's absolutely why we're here.
Tom, are you okay right now? Tom cannot talk. Tom is inconsolable, bro. There are tears in his eyes.
This is absolutely
because he knows I'm right.
No, I
Football is one of the most homoerotic sports in the world.
So let me ask.
I clear the floor for time.
I'm not gonna show you more, but still.
He is literally
the data, the backing.
I'm just saying, I'm giving the people what they want.
You have an impeccable lineup right now. Impeccable bit of information, and I have nothing to stand on that says your claims are not true. I would simply ask, and I think this is kind of where I want to get to because you've been so good about having all of this information. Do you have anyone in particular you want to maybe theorize or shout out that you think is actually gay?
Oh, ooh.
Anyone that you feel like?
See, that's the thing. The homoerotic, it doesn't matter if they're gay or not. It's me and what I want in my
energy.
So
you're right. It's the connection in itself.
I don't really care. It's not. It's all. It's all in the subtle touches, the moments.
No.
The objectifying. That's what I'm here for.
It's not how they're actually living off the pitch. It's like what they're doing on the pitch that I could look at and like, yes, that is a part of a gay sex scene. Yes.
Well, because off the pitch, these niggas ain't dressed. They got no drip. They be all these white bitches. Like, I don't really give a fuck about what they're doing off the pitch. That's not my business. They're beating bitches up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All factual.
Not really much
She's
there
not
for me
lying,
to,
people.
you know.
Last
I don't
have not
know.
been told.
I'm just saying, you know, I feel like, you
I just want to
know,
let Blue
yeah.
cook. Like, this is like a free 10 roll. Like, Blue, you
Just
take
sit
this shit
back.
where you want to go.
Do her.
Like, you took notes, you run. You tell me to go in the wing, I'm
I
going in the
really
wing.
don't have
You
no
tell
damn
me to
sense.
drop back, I got you. Like, I'm supporting you today.
So I'm telling you, so I pull up to, I found, so I'm in Baltimore, right? Found a local Manchester United little bar, right? I walk in here, hot pink cowboy boots, being just as me as I can be, a bar full of older white dudes. By the end, I all got them calling Luke Shaw Thickums, fat ass on team, until Amrabat came and pulled up. I swear to God, I promise you. I went to my first real match ever in the summer when we played Arsenal at the MetLife Stadium. And as soon as I got out of the car, someone came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, are you Clint Dempsey?" I was like, "Oh my God, yes I am."
Blue, the DMV icon. Yo, I need to.
Yeah, you
I need to
know.
make this. Well, you say you in Baltimore?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. All right, but I'm in DC, so yeah, that's
I
great.
am.
We should link for a derby. We should link
Oh God, I met Matthew Broderick one time at a
For a
Starbucks.
what?
I didn't
for
even
the
take a picture
Manchester
of him.
Derby.
You met Matthew Broderick? Wait,
Yeah,
hold up. You met who?
the lag right now is so serious for some of us. I just want to shout that out. I'm over here on on Wired, like 100 up, 100 down, and like I feel like I'm talking to people like 10 seconds behind me. But straight up, I just want to say for the record, I met Matthew Broderick at a Starbucks in Manhattan, and I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't even I just kept it moving, like it's no big deal. If I met you in person, on God, I'd take a picture with you because I feel like you should.
Oh my. I'm honored. What can I say?
This
Yeah,
is great.
it was so fun. So it was my first experience. I never watched any sports or anything like that, right? I'm like real new to this shit. So I'm walking up to the stadium and I just start screaming. I'm like, oh my God. My friend looks over. He's like, bitch, are you crying? And I was like, it's Manchester United in real life. Oh my God. So all of the people are like around me and they're kind of like, you know, it happens a lot with fans who've been fans whole life. They kind of get a little jaded and a little pesky. You have this ray of sunshine that reminds them why they liked it in the first place. So I'm in there screaming. Marcus Rashford comes on the pitch. I'm crying. I was like, it's Marcus fucking Rashford. I love you, baby. Come home. The kids miss you. And I was close, so I know he heard me. I was like, the kids miss you. Come home. I love you, baby. And they were like, oh my God, it was so fun. And we won.
You did win. Did you give Arsenal fans shit while you were there?
Oh, fuck yeah. What you mean? All the smoke. You at the tailgate, I remember him. I'm not going to call you out in front of all these people, but I'm telling you, when we was walking, he was talking all this. I was like, oh, all right. I got you when we come back outside. He thought he was going to dodge me in a crowd of people, right? I came up to him, handled him a bottle of water. He was like, what this for? And I was like, you not familiar with bodily? What's going on? He was sick. He was upset. I be shit. I don't care.
I needed this today.
And so
Yo, can we have a recurring spot for
Yeah.
Blue? Like, can we just like bring Blue back? Like,
We need a Blue
bi-weekly?
segment. Yes,
Like,
we need a
just
Blue
dead ass.
segment.
Like, I love everyone that's come on, but this is the energy I want on my Thursday night.
100%. 100%.
I want scenes from the weekend. Like, let us know
listen,
what was.
I'm, you know,
Let me
I'm
know
with
what
the
I
ops.
missed
I'm
watching
surrounded.
football.
Again, you use that.
Oh man.
Ain't nobody playing right now. We just vibes. We're all just football supporters here.
International break.
It's not ops.
Nah, fuck that. When my Wolves fan was on here earlier, that was cute. I get he had to keep it PG or whatever, but y'all was throwing some elbows. Tarek, I remember what you said when you was like, when Blue come on here later. It's later. What's up?
I just said I might have some comments for I might have some words for United fans. But,
I don't know. I'm sitting here minding my business, and I get I'm playing with my cats.
It was
foreshadowing. That's crazy.
It was foreshadowing. See, I was speaking to who was to come later on in the show.
He's trying to keep the people engaged.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right now, we just letting you cook. We're not even really talking football.
Hey, Dean, you gotta come on, bro. You gotta come on, Dean.
Speaking of cooking. Speaking of cooking, the ginger properties, right? I know y'all were talking about it earlier, but it's actually anti-inflammatory. So it's not across the diaspora. Because I'm a chef. So it really has properties. It's not like a mental myth. Ginger reduces swelling, helps your digestive system. So kind of sort of think of it like a medicinal herbal Tylenol.
Whoa, we really
it does the same thing that ibuprofen and Tylenol does in your body.
Range. Blue is showing you her range,
bro. A weekly Blue segment, bro.
Yo, Crunk, we need the tweet where you list all the topics of what she just talked about. This is it. We don't need a podcast this week, dog. We ain't got a show on Sunday. What we talking about? This is it. This is the content.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There is a reason why I did reach out to you to have you on the lit stream. It is because of just your personality. It's fantastic. It's hilarious. It feeds for a lit stream. But I do love the multitudes that you cover, the things that you love, the things that you do, and just your passion for all of it. When you do shit, you do it, and just that energy I personally fuck with because that's how I live, and that's really what I do.
Yo, definitely. So when I started watching, even when it comes to so what a lot of people don't know, it actually saved my life too, which is why I started watching. I was going through a lot of shit, and I had a little suicide moment. I'm here though, or whatever. And the only reason why I left the house was to go watch these games. So I was at every game, 7 a.m. games. I was watching La Liga, Serie A. I was watching documentaries on football, talking to a bunch of different people. And it was just super cool to talk to people from all over. And regardless of what club you're from, there's a respect for the game. You know what I'm saying? There'd be people who would come and they don't speak a lick of fucking English. You know what I'm saying? But they find you a Manchester United fan, I'm a Manchester, and we're here with it, and I fucking love that. I think it's such a beautiful thing. So it inspired me to just learn as much as I could. So yeah, I was watching and still am watching for the homoerotic moments, please. I'm still watching. I absorbed. I taught myself the offside rule. You know what I'm saying? I taught myself all the stats. I did my homework, and now people think I've been watching for mad long. I've only been watching for a year. Just I've only been watching the NFL for 3 months.
That's really fucking dope. That's really fucking dope. And that's another great reminder. I think everybody should know out there, you are appreciated. You are loved. Everyone look in the mirror and say, you are loved. I love you. You may not know me. I love you. We all love each other. It's a great time to make sure we have that mental awareness to be cognitive about things and speak up and get some voices heard out there and touch base with people, right? Just attach to something, cling to something that you can kind of get your mind gravitated towards. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And I understand we are city people. The whole basis of us is just connected through football, especially with our black and brown folks. The term shady gang doesn't mean just you're a fan of City. Anybody who really is on our show and fucks with us, you are shady gang. So, Clint, Blue, you are shady gang, whether you like it or not. You are shady gang. You've been on here.
Well, I mean, y'all did steal y'all name from me, so I guess it's only right.
Excuse me?
I mean, that's my name on your wall.
Now you're doing way too much.
So.
Now you're doing way too much.
No, I'm joking. Even when it comes, so for me, familiar. So a topic that's been going on, for me, I love the game so much. I'm willing to put aside my bias or whatever. And I feel if more people did that, we'd be able to preserve the beautiful game. You feel me? Like, for example, when it comes to VAR, right? They be on some nut shit. They be wailing. They don't just be wailing for like one particular club, even though they do have their biases. You can look across all clubs, you feel me, and find some moments where they were on some fucking nut shit, you feel me? But because of that tribalism, it's like, oh, it's an Arsenal fan, so we don't give a fuck, crybabies, why, until it happens to you. You know what I'm saying? And so it just really pisses me off. And it be making me like upset, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've admitted I think the worst fan base is the Manslaughter United. They got no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? And they take it a little too far or whatever, because at the end of the day, what do I always say? Behind this crest is a nigga in a vest. I will beat you the fuck up. Don't talk to me any kind of way over a football club. Like, they don't know how to draw that line. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
they
put that shit on a t-shirt right now. That's a
they
t-shirt.
really don't. Like, they really don't. And for me, I'm like, yo, like, for us, like, I think it was Arsenal, when they were crying and they were justified, it was fucked up. What they did to Liverpool once they leaked the tape, that's crazy. That's not fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to put aside my bias to be like, that's fucking crazy, even if it was a City fan, you know. Prayers down, but still, I would still, you know, get the game together. You know what I'm saying? People, I feel like the platform is great because it's opening up a space where fans from all across the board can, you know, shoot the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Well, oh my goodness. Please let people know how they can take in your wisdom.
Well, so listen, disclaimer. If you follow me, I got Netflix, right? You might see a picture of a butthole or something on your dashboard, but it's a butthole of love, right? So you can follow me on Twitter at Sakage, like Hokage, but Tatsukage. And you can follow me on Instagram. It's Billie Holiday, like Billie Holiday, but Bay. And if you really want to get unhinged, follow me on my other Twitter features. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much. We will definitely have you back sooner than later. It sounds like I appreciate.
And next time you have me back, we talking stats.
Yes.
Next time we come, we talking stats next time.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But it was such a pleasure.
Yes. Let's do this.
Nice to meet you, Blue.
Yeah, thank you,
Glad
Blue.
to have
Appreciate
you.
it, Blue.
Let's do it.
All right. Good
All right,
night.
get that red out of here. Get
How
that
do I
red
get
out
off
of here.
here?
No,
Bye. I got you out of here. All right. Well, we gonna keep it moving. We just gonna bring on the homie D. There's no real way that you can just. This was a setup, just like how when Tom let us know that information about old boys OnlyFans, and then I brought Eugene on, and Eugene was just like, "How do I beat this guy's like all this information? It's tough. It's tough out here." It's the thing about the lit stream, I guess. What I'm excited about this is, so this is the homie, and we've been able to work with Shirtless Plantain. This is now the third time we work together. So in my mind, we are. This is language I am using, and so just let's bring him on. Dean of Shirtless Plantain Show. How's it going?
Oh my gosh!
Hola, chicos.
Wow! Wow! Oh wow!
I don't even know why I'm here, man. I mean, I'm the top blue, man. Like, you out here talking about buttholes and clits and shit. Like, I ain't really got that kind of range, man. That shit is real private.
We don't either. I laughed the whole time. I didn't say
private
nothing.
thing, man. I'm a conservative nigga, man. Like, I'm Republican on Tuesdays and shit, nigga. What the fuck? Like when I hear butthole, I expect to see a butthole. Okay? And that's not happening right now, so I don't really know why I'm here, to be honest.
Hey, Blue might be the first guest that got Crump to not be Crump. Like, I low-key saw Crump's government name. I can't say it because he don't go by it, but like I was like, oh, that's a different side of him. He was real calm. He was like a real host, and I was like, oh, she took it to a level he was unprepared for, and that was great to watch.
It be like that sometimes, man. That's why, like I'm the one in our crew, in the Shirtless Plantain crew. Like, I'm not really with the interview shit, man. Like, I feel like I can't be myself. I'm not a friendly nigga, man. Like, I'm not a friendly nigga, so I don't even know why the fuck I feel confident. What the fuck is my problem? Like, oh man. Like,
hey, put that on a t-shirt.
I ingested something and I thought I was going to be on sooner, and I might be too high right now, man. Like, I don't know.
Let's go.
That's excellent.
Well,
Man,
then,
like,
let me.
I'm around enemies right now, man. I should not feel like this. Oh.
What do you mean you shouldn't feel like this? You shouldn't feel so comfortable, so welcomed?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I ain't falling for that shit. Fuck
No, because I got smoke for Dean. So this is my first time meeting Dean. Like, I couldn't record in the preseason. I got smoke. I've been holding the shit. So y'all boys, you and Coach, y'all were coming at City so crazy last season. Like, at the end of the season when, like, Arsenal was falling apart and bottling in the league, and it was just like, but City got all the money and City got the charges. And I'm just like, damn, bro, like, I respect it, but it was like the hate was so real. But I had to respect the hate. So I just want to say thank you for that. It was enjoyable listening to the frustration in the last 6 to 8 weeks of the season. I appreciated that.
Well, I mean, you're welcome. I don't particularly view that period as frustration, because it's weird. Like, the approach to City fans, it's like this weird indifference, where it's like, it happened, it doesn't count, whatever.
See?
That's me with the UCL.
But it's like, what's the point? This is the way the world works, like, you just kind of got to deal with it, But ultimately, it's like, I mean, if you heard us and it felt like we felt something, then I guess that's good, because we don't want to be lethargic on the pod. But honestly, it was just like, it always felt inevitable to me. Like, it's not like, I mean, were you surprised that City hawked someone down? Like,
of course
this
not.
happens
No,
every year.
I wasn't. No, not at all. And honestly, it might have been more Mitch than anybody who was really just going through the emotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the thing. I love Mitch. Mitch the homie. Broncos saying we out here. But
Mitch is the homie. But yeah, like, I mean, it's the nature of fandom. You're supposed to be optimistic. Like, if you can't be optimistic, you're ahead.
That's real shit.
And, so you kind of got to. But yeah, do I wish we won? Of course I did, but we didn't, and we probably weren't ever going to. So, but yeah,
how are you
like,
feeling about this season?
I don't. Man, this shit is mad confusing, man. Because I'm like, I feel like it's an evolution that you guys went through a while ago. Where, you played a little more. I think like the Centurions were a little more swashbuckling than a lot of the teams that have followed them. And it's like, well, part of it is Pep evolving because people have figured out what he's doing and he's trying to stay ahead of the game. And part of it is just he's a fucking psychopath that wants control at all costs. Like, I feel like the perfect Pep game is 100% possession, that kind of thing, So I kind of feel like we're going through it's like when you grow your hair out and the shit is a little ugly for a while type shit. That's the phase we're going through at the moment. Because it's not as much fun anymore, put it that way. Like, you don't get to watch the team play really beautiful football because people sit back all the time. Like, a lot of Arsenal fans are pissed about that, but I'm like, this is what it's like when your team is good. Like, people go through extreme measures. It reminds me of like when James Harden was still which, damn. Anyway, when James Harden was still a thing, and this motherfucker had niggas so confused that they were guarding him from behind so he wouldn't step back. Like, that's what it feels when you face a low block every fucking week. Like, this shit is just, but that's the phase this season. I don't really have predictions. I'm just hoping for a good cup run at some point. Like, I have a sneaky feeling about the Champions League, which is crazy because this team technically hasn't been in it. I think the only member of the squad that's ever played in the Champions League is El Neni. Maybe he doesn't play. And even if he did play, it wouldn't matter. He's one guy. He's one fucking guy.
You got Gabby Jesus. Damn, that was rude.
Oh, right.
Hella rude. I was just about to say, damn disrespectful. So damn disrespectful to our Brazilian friend.
Zinchenko too, right?
He been hurt so often I can't even remember him anymore, man. Like, he's just pissing me off, man.
Basically, anybody that came from City would have had that experience. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Nobody didn't see him.
Yeah, but I also want to call a little bit of cap that just happened, or either that my boy is really lit on the gummy, because What I basically heard is that going into a season in which you just copped Declan Rice for 100 million plus, made some moves on a Kai Havertz that, I mean, is questionable, but at the end of the day, you got to vibe with it because that's the move that's made, and you came in with no expectations, my guy, except a cup run.
Listen, you can do all the mathematics you want to do. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay, like there's a gap that exists based on what you guys have done over the last decade. It's just what it is. Like I'm excited, I'm hopeful, but deep down inside, I think most other fans just kind of accept that when it comes to the league, which is where you prove who the best team is, well, the best team will win. The best team is still City until further notice. Like there's nothing that suggests that any of the other teams are better than Man City. Like we haven't seen anything yet. Like even when City fumbles early in the season, we know it's just because Pep is figuring some shit out. So why I'm a realist. I'm very optimistic on the podcast item, but I'm a realist about this shit, man. Like as long as they give a good effort. Like last season to me, that was a good effort. That was a fucking surprise. I didn't expect all that. I predicted a third, not title race.
Yeah.
Nigga, that was fun as shit. But this season, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that is, I've never really heard this side of an Arsenal fan to just say, like, in a season like that, where I mean, and credit to you because the optimism. I consider myself a fucking optimist, and I'm looking at you scratching my head right now. But you know what? I feel it. Let me ask you this because I agree with you with the Miguel thing, with the blockage. Right? I'm seeing a lot of fans and the tactics. What do you think is next for you all to get to that next level? We know Pep has had those different advancements. For Mikel Arteta, the next that have that next evolution, what is needed from you guys tactically?
You know, I don't really even feel like it's a tactical issue just yet because we haven't actually seen. We don't actually know what our best team is at the moment because we've had so many people in and out of the lineup that it's like, well, who plays well with who? Like so. Until we get some consistency in the lineups, I can't really point to what we need to do differently from a tactical standpoint. Gotcha. Ultimately, what we're doing seems to be working. I mean, we're just very solid defensively. Like, I'm very, very comfortable when the other team has the ball these days. It's almost boring. I'm like, odds are they're not going to do shit. Shit happens, but that's football. But ultimately, I think it's just about getting the personnel in and getting some more chemistry among the best 11 players in the team, you know, because I could list the injuries, but that's every team this season, it seems like. But it's not quite a tactical thing just yet. Gotcha. We'll see what I think we're going to have to skip at least one tactical evolution because we're still sort of behind where you guys were a couple years ago as far as like using a false nine, for instance. That's still our primary approach to the game. Pep has moved on from that because obviously you guys have Haaland now, you know. So we're not even, you know, we're doing shit that you guys were doing, you know. But it's working for us for now until we prove that somehow becoming more defensively solid isn't good for us offensively because I'm not quite there yet. It's just the bodies haven't been around.
So that's it. Is it just you need a striker? You need someone so you don't have to play the false nine? You can play a more traditional football style? No? No,
the striker is an option. You know, the striker is Kai Havertz. That's an option, you know, like something that we do every so often. But the way Arsenal wants to play, from what I can tell, the way Arteta wants to play, he wants to use a false nine. He wants that kind of forward. Right? And Nketiah is a compromise. That's our backup, you know, and our backup is a very different profile from Gabriel Jesus, you know. Even though he's not like a pure nine and he's not as efficient in front of goal, the space he vacates and the overloads he provides throughout the field, that's kind of what makes the system work. It's kind of like, you know, like for me, I'm looking at Havertz and thinking, yeah, there are a lot of things he can improve as a new signing, but I'm thinking to myself, he'll probably be better if he's playing next to better players. Right now, he's mostly playing next to Nketiah. Like, yeah, and that's not to absolve him. He has to improve, and I don't know if we were planning to talk about that, but I guess I got ahead of it. That's why I feel that way. But basically, I just want the full lineup to show up. Then we'll see what happens after that. And it might be one of those seasons where we never get that. That happens to teams sometimes, where you just have injuries all year and it just never really gels. But if you keep getting results, it's fine. Somehow we're like really good at set pieces of the last 3 seasons or so. So that's been working out so far. So. I got a question for you guys. Is there a sense of given the anyone can pick it up, this actually feels like a better start than usual, but just how from a fan standpoint, did the Chelsea result feel damaging in any way? Because it seems so uncharacteristic of you guys. It was just like, what the fuck are we watching here? Is this City?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn up first. So I was actually out in LA with my people watching with the supporters group, and people there were losing their minds, right? But all I thought about was Newcastle last season, where there seems to be a game in the first run of teams, like the first half of the season, the first 19 matches, where somebody just catches us on a bad day defensively. And luckily, we have the offensive to make it fun. So, like you were saying earlier, right? Most of our matches aren't fun to watch. We can dominate and we'll win, but very rarely do you get an actually exciting match. And so once Rodri scored that goal, I'm like, oh shit, we won 4-3, a thriller, 86 minutes, we're going to hold on, close out. And then it didn't happen. And I was like, oh, damn, that sucks. But it didn't feel like, oh, our season's over. You know, I didn't feel like, yes, we dropped points, right? We were winning. You always want to win after you take a lead in the 85th minute or whatever. But I think like sometimes like Pep says it, Rodri says it, it's football. Shit happens. And Chelsea played their best match of the season that day. Like Sterling had not cooked anybody like that in a while. Cole Palmer stepped up and made a big pin. They were running around. Like Gallagher is actually really good at getting the ball in the final in the defensive third. Like that is his thing. He's the best in the PL at it. So they just all came together at Stamford Bridge. Now we'll get them back at the Etihad for sure. Like they're gonna get that work. But on that day, it was just a fun match for me, and like we still top of the table, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know Terry's ready to get in here, my guy. Go ahead and respond.
No, you got it, Lando. Go ahead. I'll jump after you.
It's short for me. In no way, shape, or form am I worried. I mean, I don't. When I hear worried, I think butt cheeks clenched. What are we about to do? Situation. What's happening in these next moments? And honestly, it's post New Year before I even start worrying. I mean, I can think of case and point examples of us getting addition by subtraction by losing players in the January window, a la João Cancelo, and coming together and unifying. I mean, about now, a year ago, there were charges coming at folks that started to unify. So there's so many different variables that when you draw early on, I'm very good. I think we're gonna be okay. I had to digest it. We did the live stream for the game. Crunk and I, very, very critical. I mean, Crunk leading it, if I'm honest, but very, very critical of Ruben, of Father Ruben. Don't call me Daddy Diaz. And we're to the point to where we move. He's still our central defender. He's still our guy who's been there before. And we're gonna be all right.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't think that's that right now, is it? Yeah,
for sure. I
don't
definitely
think you throw me under the bus, by the way. Like, stand on your own words.
I did. Go ahead, T.
No. I was just saying, I definitely am not concerned by any stretch of imagination because, to your point, we've got too much history. We've all watched too many seasons in a row at this point where we haven't played our best in the beginning of the season. We always play our way into form. But in that moment, losing a match where we fought our way back, we took the lead, having that not losing a match, but drawing a match when we had the lead, that was disappointing. It was definitely disappointing, but I'm not concerned about it. Going into the match, did I think we would win it? Yes. Yeah. I also think that some of our games where we've dropped points, if I go back, have happened like that game right before a international break. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's the players kind of trying to protect themselves going into the break. I don't know why it is, but I feel like we have moments where we'll drop points in a game before the international match. They're like, wait a minute,
for last year.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been dropping points there, but okay, whatever, and then we move on. So it's definitely, look, I'm a City fan. I'm not used to dropping points, period. But it happens to the best of us. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, I guess I probably should have phrased that question a little better because I wouldn't expect you guys to be worried in the long term. I guess it was more the nature of the game. Like the nature
Ruben Diaz was the one. Like I was pissed at Ruben. That's the guy. Like he took out all my anger because to make that tackle was so bad. And then the Vardy, right? So basically the non-black defenders just pissed me off. Like, that's really what it is. It comes down to it. Ake's on the pitch. He doesn't do what Vardy does. If Akanji's in the same position as Diaz, I don't think he slides too early or he times it better or just is faster to get over there, right? Because he's more athletic. And City people love Ruben Diaz. He is everything to them. I still think
He's really
block
good.
for block, he's really good. But
He's
then
really
he just
good.
doesn't have certain things right at certain times. Like that lack of athleticism, that lack of burst is why he went to ground because he knew he couldn't make it. Like Vardiol, he's young. He's not as good a defender as Ake. Ake is just not as big and not as good going forward. But as a pure defender, like Ake can hold his own with anybody in the world, in my opinion. So like those mistakes happen and they'll get better for it. And like when December comes, like we're gonna win 10 straight. Y'all know it's coming. We know it's coming. Everybody knows a City streak is coming, and the league goes bye bye. But it's like for that day, yeah, Ruben, fuck him for that day.
I do get a sense
thing. This draw that we had, that was a draw after what was it, 6 straight wins I believe we just had. So it's I want us to kind of be, yes, it's not great that our offense seems to lead goals. I'm the person in our group that's like, I want a clean sheet, and it's just mentally like how Tarek wants our strikers to take the penalties to get goals in their mindset. I want us to be able to not give up goals in a match that just gives a boost defensively. And where you are as confident on your team's defense, I'm just that confident on our team's offense, which really isn't a City personality, like a trait of us to be like assured offensively. We're more of like the defensive team. So yeah, what were you about to say?
I don't remember, man.
Well,
30 seconds ago, man. That was a long time ago, my nigga.
You ain't lying.
To kind of counter what Charlie said, I agree it wasn't Ruben's day, and obviously we can be as critical as we want. But I will say from a technique, and it wasn't the best. There were moments where I made fun of him at the time where he got a shot off and went opposite side of where he predicted, but he dove down to the ground. Yeah, these are techniques that have won us what we've won. These are techniques that have panned out for us. He had a really, really bad game. Rodri had a really, really bad game. He got a deflected goal. We have to be critical of players that we have loved this whole time when they're not necessarily playing well. But Ruben Diaz is the best defender in the world. William Saliba has posters of Ruben Diaz in his room.
No, he doesn't.
To state for the record,
I will not say that at all. I will not say that.
Ruben Diaz
is because bring Drew in and she can settle this for us. Because here's the thing about William Saliba. Be honest with yourself. Does that kid even look like he had parents? He looks like he's like the prime minister of fucking Bhutan or some shit, man. The guy's just regal, man. Like all that. I'm not saying who's better or nothing. I know who I'm saying. I know who can run faster.
I respect Lando so much, bro, but I could not disagree more, dog.
Right? Like, I was with him and then he did that, and I was like, oh. Is this
I think we have to. Yeah, maybe a little strong.
Like Ruben is nice. He's the best of a very. I wouldn't say extinct because he's clearly a modern player, but I feel like his biggest flaw to me is his passing. Like he's the one. Like in City's defense, they treat him like pressing trigger. So I'm like, given what we require of defenders in today's day and age, I'm sorry, man, you cannot be the best if you're not good on the ball. And then on his team, which is a very good team, the best team. He's not the best defender, I don't think. Like John Stones, I'm taking him. I mean, he's not as robust, obviously.
I've said Stones is our best defender. He is the best defender for us, in my opinion, John Stones. And having him alongside Ruben Diaz takes away some of Diaz's shortcomings. I don't know that he's the best in the world, but I wouldn't sell him short either. And I think there's a balance between the two, right? And so, again, I know Charlie was kind of in his feelings, and so he came for Ruben. And it's not the first time. It is what it is. But I just think
like the one thing Sharpie and I agree on.
You're a hater too, so that's okay. But
that's a hater thing to say.
It froze on me.
No, you back to
it. Froze on me. It froze on me. Dang. I forgot what I was saying. My screen froze up. Sorry.
You're good.
Ruben Diaz, you like him?
I would just.
Ruben Diaz is cool. I mean, again, he's not my favorite. But and he has his shortcomings. But And many of those are going forward. But I will give Lando absolute props because we can't criticize that man because now we start judging outcome, right? We can't criticize that man for using techniques or whatever that have worked often in the past and we've celebrated. And then when he does the same thing and it just doesn't come off, now we get upset. Well, that's looking at the outcome. Well, it didn't come off this time, so I want to criticize. If we're going to criticize, let's criticize all the time, whether it works or it doesn't.
I have been for 2 years. If there's anything I'm going to say, I have been kind of on this for a while. So, I mean, I get what you're saying.
I mean, we've all talked about how he's maybe not as good as some would try to make.
I'm saying
like my man just said he's the best defender in the world.
Yes,
I love Lando. He's probably not the best defender in the entire world. But
I'll say this for Lando. He has an argument.
Yes,
he does have an argument.
He's not far away.
If you tell me William Saliba is better, is better, I would simply ask to you, as stacked as the French national squad is, why did he not start in the World Cup final? Explain to me the minutes that he got for French.
But that's a flawed argument, though. That's a flawed argument. They didn't even bring Laporte when he was the best defender that France had. They weren't even taking him. He had to go over to Spain.
Saliba's had a flawless season so far, and Deschamps is still saying shit like, well, his psychological state at Arsenal is different from it is at France because we have much more competition and blah, blah, blah. He's 22. They don't know him.
But Deschamps is just an idiot. Let's just be honest. He's an idiot. I mean, I'm not gonna say idiot, but that's what I say. I'm not gonna say he's an idiot, but he gets in his mind who he likes. He has his favorites, and that's just what it is. Because again, you can't tell me that at no point was Laporte good enough to be on the French national team. The fact that man had to go to Spain, the fact that he had to go play for Spain just because he couldn't get picked. That's not because he wasn't good enough. It's just because Deschamps, for whatever reason, didn't like that player. He may not like Saliba. He may not like him today. He may not like him ever. Doesn't mean Saliba's not a good defender.
Yeah, and I think I'd add to that's just the nature of international managers. Like they don't change based on form. Look at Southgate still playing Maguire of all people. Like to the point where that guy is now back in
Jordan
form
Henderson.
Again. And that's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Or Jordan Henderson, So international managers are more stubborn. They have the guys they trust, and that's just what it is. It's not like club where you show your form and the manager almost doesn't have a choice because they're playing every 3 days at a club like City or Arsenal. So yeah, I'm not particularly worried about him playing for France. And from a selfish club standpoint, I don't want him to play. When he starts playing, I know he won't stop. Once he gets that starting shirt with France, I'm pretty sure he has it for the next decade. But until that happens, I'm fine with it. I don't care. That's his problem, not mine. Save his legs. They play a lot of games, they say. So
yeah,
that's actually a good point. Because I back it, but I got so frustrated when Roberto Martinez would do that with Kevin De Bruyne and the Belgium national squad. And it's just some of those Portugal guys. I'm a big fan of actually them producing. I mean, I think Portugal minus Bruno and his hot-headedness. I think Portugal's got a stacked squad. So
man, Bruno. He's one of the most polarizing and confusing players ever. Like, if you say something good about him, I'm like, yep. If you say something bad about him, I'm like, yep. He's just so weird.
It's true.
Like, he's good, but he's not. He's good, but he got CTE. It's crazy, man.
It's weird. It is weird. He is very weird. You're right about that. He's so right. You could go both ways on so many different topics about him. His passing is great. His attitude is shit. His haircut is shit. His
passing is great until it's not.
Until it's not, yeah.
He's a great penalty taker, though. Great penalty taker. Amazing.
I think the best way to evaluate a player on a different team is to just ask yourself, would I have him on my team? Like, would he start for City? Would I put him in our midfield? And I don't think you guys would.
No.
At least not with De Bruyne, because it'd be too much spamming going on. But Arsenal, I think at the moment I'd kind of consider it.
Really?
At the moment, that left the experiment. But because I think Odegaard can modify his game to compensate for Bruno's craziness. But ideally, I'd really rather not have him at my club. Like he's just not. He's not it. Like he crazy, man. But for United, he's perfect. He's perfect for that club. Like he plays like the news cycle. You know, it's always either a feast or famine at that club. It's crazy. You know? Man, y'all should have kept Blue on, man. This was way less entertaining. I feel like I'm not even enjoying this, and I'm doing all the fucking talking.
There was nowhere to go but down on a level, but the depth of the conversation has expanded. It's a different vibe. Every part of this is different. Every guest is different. And that's good.
I very much enjoy.
You making me put Ruben Diaz accolades in the Slack chat tonight. I'm gonna have to put Ruben Diaz accolades in the Slack.
All right, let me go ahead and mute my notifications now. I don't want any parts of it, bro. Like,
let me show you what my man did in La Liga real quick. Portugal League.
Top 10. That's okay. Everybody don't got to be the best. Everybody can't be the best.
I don't think so. The 30th.
I actually think it's Van Dijk again. I think it's Van Dijk again.
Oh, you think he's back in full form? He's on his shit
Van
now.
Dijk again.
No.
He's pulling up. Like, he's healthy now. He's really him.
Bro, that's
he's going on,
bro. Y'all tripping.
Nah, he's working now.
Y'all just picking names by default out here. Dopey Van Dijk over there got a red card.
I'm taking Van Dijk over Diaz every day, and I'm okay with that.
FIFA got your brain mudded, dog.
No, that's not black bias. I'm sorry. I'm taking a black man every day. Give me that ponytail, and I'm good.
79 pace on Virgil, and you like I'm rolling with it.
Like there are different kinds of defender. I feel like
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Like Diaz,
but
Diaz is our version of Gabriel. Like he's like Arsenal's Gabriel. He's that like I'm gonna rough you up guy. But I think most of us naturally our eyes are drawn to the cultured passer, the guy that sprints gracefully, like the other guy, like Stones or Saliba, But you need both. You need
get that workman out of here. Get that construction worker out of here, dog. Take his Timbs and go.
All right, dude. We'll get you out of here. I appreciate you for coming on, especially in your current experience that you're having right now. I love this. This has been great. I
just made that up for content. I'm not high. Like, I can't afford
Come on, man. I love it though. We're making art over here. Please.
That's what a high person would say.
Nah, I was talking about, bro. Like, I'm good. Chill.
I'm also please plug the show, let people know how.
Oh, right. I do have a show. So I do a show with my friends. It's called the Shirtless Plantain Show. We talk about soccer. We have episodes devoted to Arsenal and Manchester United after every league game. And we do a Champions League episode midweeks as well. And a U.S. soccer episode, the soccer edition. So we do a bunch of different shows to appeal to a bunch of different folks. You'll probably find something you like. I'm on way too many of the shows, but that's okay. You get used to me. And you can find us wherever you find your podcast. It's Plantain Show. I'm sure you can spell all that. You seem like smart people if you're watching this shit. So thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate you, Dean.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you.
Next time I promise to show you my clip. It will be great.
Boom. That's it right there. That's it. Let's cut it. There we
go. Oh my God. All right. This was a fantastic lit stream. I want to thank our homies, Josh, Blue, and Dean. I am from Chocolate. This is the Sharky Charlie. We got the Terry. We got the Lando. You know the vibes. Shady gang. Shady gang.
Baby Blue Baddies watching on Sunday. Come through.